My favorite squash shoes in 2025. Let's go. Asics Upcourt 6, the least expensive shoe on this list. It is a very good shoe despite being inexpensive. It has good grip, non-marking. It's right now 60 bucks on Asics.com. You can possibly get it for cheaper. In terms of styles, they usually have a bunch of them. I happen to like this color combo. A little bit narrow. Don't get these if you have wide feet, but they're pretty comfortable. They're not the most durable. They have exposed stitching on the toe, which can start to deteriorate as you drag your foot. But for most people, this is a good option. Great deal, that's for sure. They do not have removable insoles. While it's glued down, you would have to rip it out of there. For most people, this will get you going on the squash court. Asics Gel Rocket 11. These are the second least expensive shoe on the list after the Upcourts. They retail for 75 bucks. You can probably get them for less expensive than that. They come in a ton of different styles. They've been around for 11 generations now. So you know Asics has a good thing going with these. In my mind, they're very similar to the Upcourts. They are not the most durable. They have exposed stitching on the toes. They do not have a removable insole, but overall, they're just a really decent quality shoe for a very aggressive price. The grip is good, the comfort's good, like the Upcourts and like Asics in general. They are a little bit narrow. Why are they premium to the Upcourts? They have a little bit of gel in the heel. It's a tiny little piece of cushioning. The design's a little bit nicer in my opinion, but on court they play very similarly to the Upcourts, I would say. Now moving into some higher end shoes, and the ones that I'm personally wearing is usually one of these three models. First is a shoe that's new on the list this year, the Asics Blade FF. I really like this shoe. It's quite light. The grip is excellent. The construction is really good. You can see in contrast to the Rockets and the Upcourts, there's no visible stitching around the toe. So you know that it's not going to come apart as you drag your foot. You can actually see here where I drag my left toe. This is very common for me. And we'll have to see over time how it holds up. This has a removable insole, as do all the shoes from here on out in the video. Only the cheapest Asics are glued down like that. These come with flight foam, which is next level cushioning in the Asics lineup. You got your Upcourts, which have no special gel, and then you got your Gel Rockets, which have the gel, and then you got your flight foam, which is their most expensive, highest end cushioning material. These shoes are extremely light and they feel very cushioned and very fast around court. They're fairly low to the ground, which is my personal shoe preference. They are well protected here on the toe. There's tons of armor here. Another one in my regular shoe rotation is the Salming Viper Pro. This is $150 in the US. Salming actually gave me this pair to review. It is like the other one that I just mentioned, low to the ground, quite light, feels very fast. The construction is really tight, no visible stitching. You can see the ones that I use the most have the most wear and tear. They're a little bit stiff. They just take a little breaking in and can be a little bit difficult to lace up when you first put them on, but once on my feet I feel really secure in these. Great balance side to side on these. You can see they have sort of a flange off the outside of the shoe to help you push off easily from side to side. The Kanso EQX3. This is a new brand. Some of the guys who came from the original Salming company has reassembled, or some of them, to form this new company, Kanso. They gave me this pair of shoes to review and I really like them. They are $150 in the US. The grip on these is really nice. They have a pattern on the sole that I've never really seen before, but I've used these many times on court by now and find them to be really grippy, really good, really comfortable. They have a little more cushioning than the kind of low cut shoes that I often play with, but I find these to still be feel speedy around court. The design on this I think is really good. I've actually gotten a lot of compliments on this shoe, more than normal, and they have them a bunch of different colorways. This is the logo of Kanso, but it's also exterior structural support. They feel really comfortable. The interior has this sort of sock booty liner thing. So it's not just a regular tongue, it kind of goes all the way around your foot. And it feels really cushy, really cozy, and not bulky. Happy to have a new brand on the list. Okay, here are a few more options. These are the Asics Powerbreak FF. These retail for $140, and you can probably get them for less. This is just a great all-around court shoe from Asics. Again, they have the most models of any company out there for the court shoe game. I like these a lot. My only reason I don't wear them as much as, say, the Asics, the Blade FFs, is that they're just like a smidge heavier, and quite frankly, I just don't like the design quite as much. But for anyone who wants a little bit more padding than some of the low cut shoes that I just mentioned, the design is going to suit a lot of people. It's pretty straightforward without being completely bland. Now I'm going to give you guys a couple more ideas that are the most cushioned options that I have tried on court myself. One is the K-Swiss Hypercourt Express 2. This is actually my favorite shoe overall across all racket sports that I play. I use these in pickleball, tennis, and padel. I don't tend to wear them in squash, although I have played with them on the squash courts. Found the grip's excellent, the movement's excellent. I know several players who play at a high level who wear these to play squash. I just prefer one that's a little more low cut, but if you want some more cushioning, see how nice and cozy and cushy that looks? Yeah, that's right, you could get this in the K-Swiss Hypercourt Express 2. They come in a wide variety of styles, and they'll probably set you back about 125 bucks. Last shoe to show you today, 180 bucks for the Salming Recoil Ultra. This is the most cushioned shoe on the list. You can see how chunky that heel is. It's got nice cushioning all around. This is for someone who just wants more padding, protection for your knees, or you're on court a lot and you want something really soft to be wearing around. They're a little heavier because of all the cushioning, and they don't feel quite as fast or low to the ground, which is what I personally prefer. I have had a couple of friends recently who were both playing with this and felt that like their heel was coming out of the shoe a little bit. I actually just tried these out on court myself after hearing that feedback and didn't have that problem myself. I actually changed the laces on these. They were quite long, like really extra long, so that everything was dangling. So I put in some shorter laces, and that helped me get them cinched up. But for my friends, like no matter how much they cinched, it didn't quite work. So make sure you test that out. I got a couple more to mention that I don't have with me, but I do like to keep recommending because I had good success with them in the past. One is the Asics Gel Tactic 12. The ones in my hand are not the 12. They're the prior version, I think the 11. The 12 looks very, very similar on the pictures. This is kind of like similar to the Fast Break. Like it's got a little bit more cushioning. It's not quite as light and low as the three that I was mentioning that I alternate between, but this is a good model, just a good all-around performer. Right now I'm looking on Amazon and they're selling for like 80 bucks, the 12 is. So that's another good option that I have on Squash Source in my list of best shoes. And one that I don't have a copy of anymore is called the Asics Gel Renma, which is marketed as a pickleball shoe, but I tried it out on both the squash courts and the pickleball courts. Another really good shoe, similar to the Tactic, a little bit more padding, not too much heavier, and sort of in the $75, $80 range, so kind of an intermediate price. That's it for today. Subscribe if you want to see more shoe reviews. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else I should try. All right, bye.